Yeah, it didn't matter.
What, that I worked very hard on this fade and people get to screw it up?
No, that matters. The very beginning didn't matter. Hello and welcome to this week's special...
Holy shit, did you see what happened in that fucking movie?
Were you waiting the whole time to say that?
Yes.
Let's just pump the brakes.
Woo!
Okay, Mike.
Yeah, you're gonna, yeah.
Go ahead.
They're so awake.
Go ahead.
Not even that, man. You're gonna break our listeners' ears.
All right.
Sound like Ric Flair.
No, don't do it again.
I won't.
Woo! Yeah! I was always a Macho Man fan.
He's dead.
Aren't they all dead?
Not Ric Flair. He's fucking
Yeah, I don't...
ancient.
He just had like a massive heart attack recently.
They all have
Like
it.
almost died?
That or they, kill their wife, kids, and then kill themselves, like Chris Benoit.
Yeah. That'll happen.
Alright, we're taking a fast
Yeah,
turn
this
somewhere.
got dark real fast. Hello and welcome to this week's special Infinity Wars edition of 9 to 5 Nerds with Robert Swathwood, Corey Urkel,
Hey.
Katrina Swathwood,
Hello.
and back with us to finish off this, I guess, two-part segment is Brian P.
Hello.
So we all saw Avengers over... This is Sunday, so we've all seen it over the last couple days. You see it Thursday?
No, he was
Friday
here.
night.
Friday night?
I was here Thursday.
Oh,
The
yeah.
NFL draft.
Yeah, okay. And you saw it Saturday?
Yeah.
And we saw it this morning. So we're all pretty up to date on what's going on. So before we go into this, there is a big spoilsies, whatever you want to call it. Don't
listen.
keep listening
If you
if you
haven't seen the
haven't
movie.
seen the movie.
Please.
I mean, it's already grossed $250 million just here. It's already the 125th highest worldwide grossing movie of all time after 3 days.
Nice.
Right above Fast Five, and right behind. I can't remember what it was, but it's grossed $635 million.
Is it not out internationally yet?
It's out everywhere but China.
That's a big market, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So it is going to reach $1 billion
Through the roof.
really fast. Although it does have some stiff competition coming up with Deadpool and Solo. Maybe not Solo.
I wouldn't call those stiff competition. Those aren't. One's a rated R comedy, and one... It's a Star Wars, but it's going to be probably the least grossing Star Wars movie in the last 4 years.
You think so?
But Deadpool is...
If it isn't, I'd be surprised.
But Deadpool has a direct, connection as it being a superhero movie.
I get
It'll
that.
siphon off some of the people.
Yeah. But it's a different overall market if it's a rated R movie. You can't bring... Well, you should.
You should.
People
You
do.
can. You definitely can
People
bring
do.
children.
But you think the first one would have taught him. That's the no-no.
Depends
Unless
on
you
who
want
the
to hear
parents
about
are.
big cocks and little hands. Yeah.
Nice. So I wanted to kind of go over this question first because I think it was the biggest concern going into the movie. How do y'all feel about... Yeah, y'all. How do y'all feel about how each character fit in? Because it was a massive amount of characters, and I think that was everybody's biggest worry going in, was how are they going to fit all these characters in?
And integrate them.
And
I didn't see Hawkeye at all.
or Ant-Man. But they made mention of that.
Or Valkyrie.
Or Valkyrie. Or
She
Korg.
did.
It should only be 50-50 on that
No,
ship.
that
No.
ship was... They destroyed the
Destroyed.
were ship, though.
Asgardians can
And everybody
thrive
were
in
just like
space.
flying around.
Yeah.
If they didn't show her die, she's not dead. That's
I-
a rule of everything.
I
It's
kind of
possible.
agree with that. That's like the Game of
But
Thrones
then
thing. If you don't see them
Korg.
die.
That's his name, right, Corey?
Yeah, Korg. I just said that.
Yeah, he did.
Thanks
Crossing
for
my
listening.
fingers for
Yeah,
that.
I know.
We'll see.
We'll see. But with the massive list of amount of characters, even with Hawkeye and Ant-Man being gone, it was a big concern about how they were going to fit everybody in and make it still be smooth. So
Screen time wise.
Yeah.
It was like 5 different main characters of stories going on at once.
yeah,
Because they showed Thanos' point of view a lot, too.
which is a good thing.
Yeah, usually they don't show the villain, their whole arc, but that was he was a big portion of the movie, just his scenes alone.
He should have been.
Yeah, but it made you feel almost, not bad for the guy, but more than most villains that we've
Him and
had.
Killmonger are like those two up there that are like, it's like...
They did him justice.
They were... It wasn't just for world power, you know what I mean?
There was a
He
reason.
wasn't evil to be evil.
Yeah. These people were doing things because they felt that it was the right thing to do.
even though it's
horribly wrong.
it's universal genocide.
But everybody else was like, I'm doing this because I want to be king or ruler or
Right.
whatever. I want
I'm
power.
evil.
Where he was doing it to, in his eyes, the survival of
Civilization.
the cosmos, I guess, maybe. Everywhere, every planet.
I wonder if
Right.
he's fair. When he wiped out, what's the Nova Corps planet?
Sandar.
Xandar? You think he did 50? They only mention, like, either he either wiped out the planet or took out the planet.
Well, he said that his pitch when he was talking about Titan was, it was a lottery, rich, poor, it didn't matter.
So you think Xandar got the 50-50? So is Nova Prime have a chance, or any of those side characters?
Well, didn't they say the planet was destroyed? Like,
He
I'm not,
decimated the. I heard they
It was a very vague thing. If he said, probably said,
because he probably tore that planet apart trying to find out where the stone was.
it was like all the other stones. He knew exactly where they all were, like pinpoint. The
just,
Collector was a disappointment.
Was he?
He was
Really?
only in the movie as alternate reality. Like, for a guy who's collected everything in the universe and maybe being like either
Speaking of that, I have something to say.
allied with Thanos or against him, if he's part of an ancient, whatever they call him, race. There's a term for it. But he was, I guess, dead by the first time we ever got to his.
Was he really dead
nowhere.
though? He kind of waved when the
I think that was
glamour.
that was Thanos' Reality Stone,
I think it
making
was.
that
Okay.
just basically a vision.
But in your same theory, you don't know if he's dead. You didn't see it.
That's true. But then he was.
He could have already
wasted.
left
He
the
could have just
planet.
he could have just given the
been
stone
somewhere else.
over and been like, okay, here you go, bye,
Yeah.
let me go. Like Peter Dinklage in his hands.
I knew he was in the movie, but I didn't know
Okay.
In what aspect?
as to what he was going to be doing.
I had no idea.
Are we going to talk about the irony of that?
Yeah,
What,
that
that
he was.
he's
They
a
were dwarves
huge
and they were
dwarf?
giant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Some people thought he was going to be MODOK. He's a giant purple floating head.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that thought he was going to be whatever the smallest
Character
character is.
He's not small. MODOK's not small, but
But I mean, he's like that little floating. It's the yellow, isn't it? Like the yellow.
he's just a bit like almost a giant head floating on a platform.
Yeah. I had a really good.
It's the Arrested Development.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
The collector had Tobias. Is it Tobias who was in the blue?
Yeah, Tobias Funke?
Yeah, in the in one of his
In his collection.
in his collection.
Because they're watching the credits, and Robert's like, "What from Arrested Development was in the
Well,
movie?"
I already knew that there was like an Arrested Development reference in the movie, but I didn't want to look at anything before I saw the movie.
So in the credits was.
So when I'm watching the credits, it said Arrested Development. Thank you for whatever the
Okay,
studio
didn't say
was.
David Cross.
No, and it wasn't David Cross either.
Okay. For the
And
credits, I was confused that Sean Gunn was credited.
Yeah, he's
I figured at the.
he was Rocket.
Yeah.
And the same thing. There was somebody that was Groot in the suit on set. He was Rocket on set, and
Yeah.
then the guys did the voices, which is a little bit of a cop out because like Andy Serkis is always on set when he does his.
Well, he also does more impact.
I guess
in
they just
regards
didn't
to
do the
face.
mocap.
Yeah.
But no, it was it was him in blue, and there was a mustache, and the guy had glasses. So, but I didn't read anything about anything until
Except the stone
afterwards.
Yeah.
But, yeah. My dad sent me a article on CNN that was a stone recap about
Where the stones were.
Where the stones were.
That's fine.
Yeah, and it gave this like it was a good article. But yeah, I heard a lot of people say, I was so exhausted after the movie. I was so exhausted after the movie. I felt that it slowed down quite a few times, especially when they were showing Thanos' point of view. I loved that they showed Thanos and Gamora's first interaction. That was really cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
And that he actually cared about her.
Did you cringe when he turned her away and everything in the background was happening?
Fire!
Yeah, when he basically killed
Concentrate.
everyone
Oh.
and kind of brought her back. That was... ugh.
That was good.
It was?
No, it was,
Stop making more work.
I want to break it down from the very beginning to the very end because there was just so much going on. But
Okay, let's start then. So we open up on the Asgardian ship.
yeah,
Okay, and then so
Everybody's
we
already
have
down.
Loki. We have
The fight has been fought.
Thor got his ass kicked.
I think in the first part of this episode that I said that I thought Loki was going to die at the
Yeah,
beginning.
you did.
You did. And you were right.
And
that
I was sad.
fucked. Yeah,
But-
I love Tom Hiddleston, and Loki's been such a great character.
Even before that, Heimdall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Heimdall. That's two of the Well,
He didn't want to do that after Thor 1, I don't think.
no,
Contractually. I think for Thor 3 is okay, but...
neither did Hugo Weaving.
Yeah, and he wasn't back.
What? No, I know. But did you know that wasn't Hugo Weaving?
I didn't.
After I read about it.
I couldn't tell from the movie. So I was
That guy
like-
did the best Hugo Weaving impersonation ever.
I thought that it was good enough if it passed like the 5 lines he's got.
It was Aaron from The Walking Dead.
Really?
Yeah,
I heard that too.
Interesting.
yeah. So there was a little...
Good
so
for
you guys
him.
didn't know ahead of time?
No, did you?
No. I knew there was a Walking Dead connection, but I didn't know what it was because I didn't read anything.
Because if you start reading stuff, then you're going to find out other things.
I didn't read shit.
Yeah.
Right, I didn't either.
I had seen headlines, but I didn't click on anything, and then I went and clicked on all those articles after I read it. But no, I didn't expect Red Skull to be in it at all.
So you always hoped that like it was a wasted character if he got transported away at the end of Captain 1, that he could never be used again because the actor don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But it's cool they bring him back, and because he's a Red Scully looking motherfucker, you don't have to get the same actor.
Yeah.
So for
I
80
guess in
years,
the comics, he the person that people thought he was Death because sometimes is embodied as like a skull.
Uh-huh.
So I think it worked in both ways a little bit.
That's cool. Katrina was saying earlier that if Red Skull is alive, and what stone was he dealing with?
It's the
The
space
Soul
one.
Stone.
Yeah.
Soul Stone. That the possibility of Ronan still being alive is
Out there.
out there because, I mean, you don't
He got
necessarily
absorbed by
know.
a stone.
I would put more faith in that based on that Gamora, at least her childlike aspect is still alive. There's a bit of theory on that, whether at the end when Thanos did the deed,
Mhm.
and he was basically inside this, it looked like a yellow world,
Uh-huh.
kind of, that was Gamora inside the Soul Stone.
Okay.
Whether or not, and also if 500 billion people end up there or whatever, everybody who dies from the Soul Stone, I don't know. But
Well, I mean, that leads to...
we'll get to theory, I guess, afterwards.
Yeah, yeah. This was my... I'm not a Black Widow fan, but this was my favorite...
You like her haircut.
No, it's not the haircut. It's that when Cap comes up for the first time when Vision and Scarlet Witch are there, it's fucking badass. That's just a really good intro, and their teamwork, him and Black Widow together fighting those wards, I guess they would be. She was badass the way she was fighting. That's been my favorite.
They come off as the experienced crew.
Yeah.
They've been doing this for so long, so...
Well, they're old school.
yeah. Anybody from, like, Avengers 1 is, like, the old school crew.
Well, didn't they say at the very end that's all that was left?
Yeah. And there was a couple others, but...
Well, it was Iron Man. Well, Iron Man's not there, but
Cap, Iron Man, Thor,
if
Hulk.
we're counting that,
Black Widow.
Well,
Nebula,
Hulk's not really there.
Yeah.
we'll get into that
Yeah,
too.
we'll get into that.
Because that was badass.
Nebula.
That's what it is. It starts off with a bang with fucking Hulk fighting Thanos, and that was badass.
That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see a thing of might, and Thanos just fucking kicked it.
Yeah.
He knocked him out.
So his power level's a little bit above Hulk.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
mean, but
considerable,
if you
But
look,
he's more. I think he's strong. He's at least as strong.
I have
and
a
he's
thing
in more
about that.
control though.
he's more strategic.
Yes.
Like there's a smart mind behind there.
Plus,
Whereas,
Hulk was scared. He wasn't angry.
Exactly. That's why he didn't come out.
well,
was
further for the rest of the movie.
Well, no, like when he got knocked out and stuff, like from then on, because he got sent.
Once he got hit in the neck, once he got hit in that neck, and he kind of cringed backwards when he felt Thanos
He
hit him.
got scared.
Yeah, and that's why he didn't come out for the rest of the movie. That's
Yeah,
why
he
kept
did. He
saying,
was
no,
like,
no,
no, fuck that. I don't want to do this.
Which just leads you to believe that something serious is going to happen in the next one, where
To
he comes
reemerge
out
him.
as the Hulk for and then starts laying waste to people. Because I mean, the angrier he is, the stronger
We didn't
it
guess
is.
that he was in a Hulkbuster suit
No.
before.
No.
Well,
So,
I kind of saw a spoiler on that.
wait, did you see? You're not supposed to click now.
I didn't click on anything, but when Funko sends you stuff nonstop, and there's a Funko exclusive pop that has
with him coming out
Hulkbuster
of-
from the waist down, and
Yeah.
it's the Hulk from the waist up.
Oh,
I was like, so I expected him to turn into the Hulk in the Hulkbuster,
Yeah.
armor, but it didn't happen.
I was
So it was like,
expecting that just as a movie fan. Like, it's going to come back at the end. He's going to turn.
No,
Nope.
no, he's scared.
even at the end of the first trailer when it has all of them running and you see Hulk in the background, I mean that was just promotional, just to get you excited.
There were a couple, like the scene in all the trailers at the end where they're all running in the jungle,
Yeah.
like the last set. That scene per se didn't happen in the movie, where they're all like 10 characters are running in slow mo. Mm-hmm. So I was like, that son of a bitch! I can feel misled. Those advertising fuckers.
That's their job.
yeah.
Get you there.
When I walked out theater, there was that one, and there was another. Oh, Thanos' line, something about balancing the world. This is gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't in the movie.
I don't remember that
In the trailer.
trailer.
It was. I think they cliffhanger on one of the trailers.
So now Hulk's in New York. going from there.
Yeah, as we speak to it not being able to spend a lot of time on any specific situation, you didn't get to see a really big reunion between Bruce and Black Widow. It was just kind of like hey,
Hey, what's up?
yeah.
I don't think Bruce Banner had time. I think he knew
He was scared.
Yeah, he knew what was happening.
Yeah.
And he's like, we
And
got to
it
do
was-
something now.
Doctor Strange and Iron Man, the whole back and forth,
The whole time.
awesome because they're both assholes.
Yeah,
More or less.
basically, yeah. And fucking Iron Man's
Suit. His
Nanotech?
liquid suit.
yeah, that was badass, man. There were so many just badass moments, but that whole I like seeing Peter Parker's spider sense too. Mm-hmm. For once, you got. I mean, it was the first time you didn't get to see it in Homecoming at all.
Yeah, it caused a distraction. Oh my god, we're all gonna die! Half of them did.
Yeah, yeah.
Do we? Side note: do we ever think that Iron Man's going to get a Wakanda suit, like with Wakanda tech?
Well, we'll get there because Shuri takes off.
That'd be awesome.
Sure, he might be disintegrated.
No, I don't think so.
It can't. There's gonna be some side characters they can show that are.
Well,
Yeah, that's true. But I mean,
T'Challa went off, so do you really think she's gone?
With as many people as went, I don't know. Like,
That was almost a bait and switch. You thought, what's her name?
Okoye?
Okoye?
I thought she was going to disintegrate.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
she
then-
freaked
so did
out,
I.
man.
Yeah. And I mean, this kind of lends to Corey's shit he talked about last week.
it is. If there's an Ant-Man movie coming out,
Well, that
the June after the next one comes
that's
out,
completely that doesn't matter.
it's gonna matter in the way that that somebody's coming back.
Well, and that's not even that doesn't. Ant-Man wasn't in this, so it doesn't matter.
No, it's Spider-Man.
You said Ant-Man.
Sorry, Spider-Man
Yes.
being after the next Avengers film.
Yes. So I mean, in
If
that
he had-
aspect, he's coming back.
If he wasn't one of the ones who disintegrated, I might have been even more like, oh fuck.
Well, there's gonna be another Black Panther movie too. So I mean, it's like
Is that was confirmed?
no, but it made over $1 billion.
I
wasn't
was going to
sure-
make another one.
Between
They're
that,
waiting for the director to do it too.
That-
They're just going to wait for him
Oh,
to
really?
be ready, and then they're going to do it again.
that and Doctor Strange, I was like, I don't even know if
I
they
don't know
have
if they-
sequels confirmed. So them disintegrating was like not as bad as Spider-Man. I was like, oh okay, well that's gonna get reversed then.
But even though he disintegrated, was that the hardest part?
Oh my
Absolutely.
god.
Yep,
That was
I
really
started
difficult.
like choking up. I'm like it was sad.
Saving Private Ryan.
We're
like,
going to get
And
Tony
I-
Stark.
And I look over to
PTSD part
Parker,
two.
and Parker's like eyes are filled with tears, and I'm like, calm down. I was like, it's okay. I was like, and I used that line. I was like, he has his own movie coming out, Parker. I was like, he's gonna be back. And he's like, and he was like starting to get like upset, and I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. He'll be back. He'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
He was the only one that had that kind of reaction. Everyone else was kind of like, shit, or
Instantaneous.
just kind of go. But he was.
Drax a little bit.
all you gotta say was Peter.
Yeah, he was worried. You could hear him.
Quill. Yeah.
Like he didn't know what was going on, so he was scared.
I mean, that was like a good 10, 15 seconds.
But yeah, he
almost
was like, I don't
death
feel
scene.
good. And the well,
And he's,
even
he's
Bucky-
a child.
Yeah.
He's 15.
and there is that father-son relationship between Tony doesn't have any kids,
No.
and Parker doesn't have a dad, so there is that kind of
I
father-son
wanna
relationship
go.
with her, and he was just
so
like
hard.
that was the hardest part of the whole movie.
I agree.
And
So we're going to get crazy PTSD, Tony?
I thought like when he got stabbed and he was just there was nothing going
that-
on,
I thought
he
he
was
was
gonna
gonna
die.
die.
I thought he was gonna die, and I sat forward of my seat. I was like, holy shit.
That's the bait and switch.
Yeah.
They got you.
Yeah. Well, I still think Captain America's gonna die in the next one.
I have a theory. We'll get to that, I guess, in a second. So the battle in New York, pretty cool.
Yeah.
That
Ebony
one-
Maw was good.
The
The,
big,
the Squidward looking
the
motherfucker.
big
Ebony-
circles
that's
were not
Ebony
the
Maw.
climax.
What
His name's Ebony Maw, I believe it is.
they
Yes,
say in the movie?
I mean,
it is Ebony Maw.
you can.
Didn't you mention
Oh,
a while
sure.
back that there were like named voice actors, but they didn't announce who they were? Did we look up to see who did any of those characters?
No, I was a little disappointed that they were all CG,
Yeah.
and I didn't notice it really with Ebony Maw, but the girl that had the half dark blue
Yeah.
face and the light blue face, she would. I mean, you could tell 100%. Like, I mean, everybody's an actor in it. Why wouldn't you just? I understand with the big guys, but with somebody like that,
Get an actual actor to do it.
I didn't think about the movie. Think about it now. It didn't stand out as much as like when you watch The Hobbit and the one dwarf on the war pig
yeah,
was the only CG character in the whole movie that had a human face. I don't know. I was like, that one threw me. But for this one, aliens, I don't know. It
yeah, but she looked like a regular person. I mean, she looked like an elf, basically.
With her horns.
Yeah. And since we're talking about fucking Iron Man getting stabbed, Peter Quill fucked the whole thing up.
Yeah, he
Star-Lord
did.
wrecked the entire thing. He basically caused the deaths of half the people in the whole universe.
Yeah, you needed somebody to do that for the film structure, but it sucks. It's not the first time he's went off on somebody for killing a loved one, though.
Yeah.
So it is within his character motivation, just be gung-ho and...
I liked, the interaction between Star-Lord and Spider-Man. When he's like, Footloose is still the greatest movie. And he's like, it never was.
Burn in Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. I looked that up earlier.
That's someone from the show.
I don't know who Byrne in Peaky Blinders is, but he was Ebony
He was
Maw.
Ebony Maw.
Burn.
Yeah, it was in one episode.
Oh,
out
well
of
then.
Oh, I thought it was
24.
more.
Then yeah, I'm not gonna know who that is.
We finished that. Good show.
Good.
Fucking
I've mastered the art of standing still.
just because he's looking, yeah. Adrian Brody was in the last season, and he was so good in the last season of Peaky Blinders. He plays like a New York gangster. Yes, Drax moving slow. Like, hey,
It still had time to do some of those. That was a long-winded joke. And it's funny the movie still had time to do
yeah.
a lot of the Guardian humor.
There wasn't as much humor in this as there was in other movies. There was
No.
breaks for it here and there, but
Thor still got a couple little quips.
yeah.
But him with Star-Lord, funny, like, him trying to do Thor's
Yeah.
voice. That bit, it was good.
This is a man.
And him calling him Rabbit.
That was my favorite.
I kind of wish he would have kept the eye patch, to be honest. I
So
like
doing the fake
His
eye.
eyes are
Yeah.
different colors though.
they are different colors.
Rocket, hey, I like that arm, buddy. Can I have it?
That was good.
How much?
I'm going to get that arm.
It was I relate it to, or I compare it to. I think I said in the last episode, Stannis Baratheon meeting Jon Snow for the first time. When you see those two big storylines collide, you're like, this is so cool. Seeing Iron Man with Doctor Strange and Star-Lord was cool. Seeing Bucky with Rocket was cool. Seeing Thor with Thor's new weapon was badass. And I love that when he
Yeah.
comes out on the field, he just lays waste to 10 times more
Yeah.
people
Anybody.
than anybody.
Yeah.
Well, he's clearly becoming more powerful than
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of them.
And he almost killed Thanos. I kept thinking Thanos was going to be super invincible, but a couple times you find out just he's not.
Yeah.
He is a being, and Thor might have killed him.
If he went for the
aimed
head.
a little higher.
Yeah. That was good. I liked that. He was a really good villain. Like, he
Yeah.
really was. I have no complaints about Thanos in the whole movie. I don't really have a ton of complaints anyways, but
It's funny him holding. When you're watching, if you know what all those stones can do, that he held back on killing every single important character coming at him, like he just deflect away, bounce. But at any point in time, if he uses the purple stone, he could disintegrate them all in one flick of a wrist.
yeah.
But it's in his character's arc not to be cruel, and he kind of respects people who stand up to him, or
Like Star-Lord.
Tony Stark. He's to call him out by name.
Yeah.
Your people deserve to remember your name.
He said, will they remember
Will
you?
you?
Well, he hoped they would. He said, "I hope they remember."
He said, will... he does say, I hope you remember. That was good, but how would he have known who Tony Stark was?
He's the one who flew the
Intel.
nuke.
I
and
guess
destroyed
that's
his
true.
Shatari army.
I guess that's true.
And if he knows, you don't know what he knows. He's all encompassing. He knows. He has spies.
Was the very first appearance of Thanos at the end of Avengers when he turns his head?
Yes.
That was the very first one.
Yeah.
All right.
And then the
Yeah,
after credit
unruly.
scene of Ultron was with the gauntlet.
I'm going to do it myself.
I do it myself, yeah.
Okay.
We just
And then-
watched the first two Avengers before.
That one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we saw.
And then he was in Guardians.
And then he was in Guardians. Okay.
But no, when was Brolin cast? He wasn't cast in any of those.
Only when he had the speaking role. So
Okay.
in
The
Guardians,
Yeah, second showing.
yeah. When he smiled, they didn't cast anyway.
Yeah. He was good.
It was
Yeah.
really good.
He's going to have a busy month seeing as he's in Avengers and Deadpool.
Yep.
Premiere attendance.
I'm
Let's
trying to think
take
of some
that
other
stuff
stuff. Man, that was tough.
There's just so much though.
So
Yeah.
They went aboard the spaceship. You guys watch that movie Aliens?
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
God.
good. I like that he basically got caught and then he had the Iron Spider suit. That was badass. I mean, I'm going to say that a lot during this podcast. That was badass, but there was a lot to...
A lot of badassery going around.
You know what's funny is the Wakanda battle wasn't... I don't know. Maybe I was expecting a lot.
What was a stall tactic?
Yeah.
Were you expecting stages of the battle?
Yeah.
Like
I don't know
the
what I
first,
was
like,
expecting.
It was
but
basically Zurg versus the Marvel superheroes
But my favorite battle is still when Captain America shows up for the first time.
in the very beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then maybe the Thanos versus the Strange, Iron Man, Spider, and Star-Lord and stuff.
That was a cool combo when
Yeah.
they tried to block his hand from closing like 5 different ways. First, the cloak
Okay.
wraps around it. Iron Man puts a little rocket booster in it. Spider-Man webs it up.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a cool tactic. Like, go for the gauntlet. Go for the gauntlet.
So
I like-
does that mean he needs to close his fist?
Yeah,
to
that's
have
how you
power?
act.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's. But yeah.
I liked all the new stuff that Iron Man had. He was going at Thanos with everything he had towards the end. I mean, it obviously didn't matter. But when he like planted his foot and he was like swinging his arms around and shit, he had all like the extra.
All the extra limbs.
And then when he starts getting shit knocked off of him, you can see like the worry on Tony Stark's face as he's starting to get beat down a little bit.
Yeah.
That was a good one-on-one battle. I like that a lot. After he got hit by a moon.
Yeah.
Crushed by a moon.
Fucking Quill.
I need to watch this movie again.
Yeah, we were thinking the same thing. Like
Well, see, that's the thing, but, Doctor Strange said it had to happen that way. So
Yeah.
what did he see?
he wouldn't have given the stone without
knowing what's going to happen.
what was going to happen.
I think in whatever
I
vision.
think that's the thing. It was 14 million outcomes.
Yeah.
The one where they win probably involved him
Giving up the
giving
stone.
him the stone.
Yeah.
and Tony Stark living. For
Yeah,
one.
because he said he wouldn't give up the stone to save his life.
And then-
this time he
Him
did.
He
or-
said,
Peter.
before he faded away, it had to happen. It had
Right.
to happen this way.
Yeah.
Strange did fade, didn't he?
Did he?
I'm pretty sure he's gone.
Yeah, he faded.
Oh, yeah.
So he was the last one there.
I'm like
All
you
those left was Iron Man and Nebula. I'm pretty sure out of that whole bunch. Mantis, Drax.
that's more than 50%.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. Even all the heroes, it was more like
You guys weren't stupid enough to leave before the end credit scene, right?
No.
yeah.
And that was the best music to play after the movie was over because it was so like somber.
There was only 2 songs in the entire movie.
Was there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There
you're
was
right.
the rubber
It was-
band song they were singing on the
Oh,
ship.
okay, yeah.
And then there was the Wakanda theme song. That was it. Because I looked at it when it came through the credits, like what
Huh.
songs were in there. There was only 2.
I'm
Sweet.
glad they treated the credits really somber.
Yeah,
Like,
it was good.
Yeah, this was a heavy movie.
Nobody left, and
Mother-
everybody was dead quiet.
We had
Yeah.
a bunch of people stand up. I was like, what are you guys doing?
There was 4 people standing up at the...
I nobody stand up mine, and it was dead quiet. There's
Yeah.
none of that.
There's no clapping. Everybody was just like,
Like
Fuck.
what happened? And people actually did say like, "There goes the Marvel Cinematic Universe."
Yeah, right.
It's all-
there's so much money in these disintegrated
No.
characters.
They know what they're doing.
I was a big fan of Last Battle. I like just seeing
I did too. But I like.
characters showing off the skill, destroying like little tiny.
Yes.
And then some big boys coming in.
I liked the smaller battles in the battle. I liked the one with Okoye and Black Widow with
Winter
with-
Soldier
Chicken the
and
tr-
yeah,
Rocket.
with Winter Soldier and Rocket.
And Scarlet Witch showing up, like where she been.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, are we all in
War
agreement that
Machine and Falcon
Falcon.
actually doing something.
yeah? Are we all in agreement that Vision's dead? I mean, he's gone.
Well, he was a...
At least that version
Well,
of
he
him.
got.
He's in the computer.
Well, no,
He
just
got
because
backed
they
up
got
hard drive.
reversed.
I think she backed him up on a hard drive.
Yeah, if half his memory is stored in a Wakandan server. Maybe.
Now, will you guys
But-
be?
I like that his head got ripped off,
Mm-hmm.
but his head was vibranium, which should have been part. So that's another cool thing about Thanos is
He just ripped vibranium.
vibranium gone.
Now, will you guys be? I think Loki and Heimdall's for sure dead.
Yes.
I think Loki's dead.
Loki's dead.
They wouldn't say it like 2 times. Like I think he's dead this time.
Would you guys be pissed if Vision and Gamora come back? Gamora's the biggest death of the movie, right? I mean, she's the co-lead for Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well, how many people do we think?
Spider-Man.
How many people?
We're assuming.
no
I'm not talking about
disintegration.
no disintegrations because none of those people.
So
are
you
gone.
have Vision,
Okay. Yeah.
Gamora, Heimdall,
Yeah.
and Loki.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
No, it was those 4.
Then it's Gamora.
You think she's dead?
No, I was agreeing that I think she's the biggest one.
I think Soulstone shenanigans. Probably not.
I think with the Time Stone, anything's possible at this point.
I think
Yeah.
I think it's a cop out if you bring Vision and Gamora back. I think it has to be one because those are the 2 biggest characters. Well, Loki is
Well,
one
there's no-
character.
Yeah.
He held him. He wasn't like an actual person. You can put him anywhere.
Yeah.
They can make another device. They can make something...
They could put him in a suit, of an iron suit.
Like they were
you
talking
know?
about, he was a combination of multiple people and things.
Yeah.
He wasn't a person.
Maybe they make a Wakanda Vision. I really want more Wakanda tech.
Yeah.
Everybody wants more Wakanda tech.
Uh-huh.
I just have a theory. It's probably not going to go down like this, but it would be cool since they kept all the old school people alive. If they can't reverse it at all, but if people could sacrifice themselves to like do a one-on-one trade to bring people back.
And Thanos sacrifices himself at the end to bring her back.
Thanos for Gamora, Iron Man for Spider-Man, Captain America for Winter Soldier, I don't know if it's tight enough, but War Machine for Falcon. I don't know if let's say Vision came back. Vision for Scarlet Witch. And I don't know who else would give up somebody, but like, can you imagine this for Iron
Rocket's
Man?
still there, right? But Groot is gone.
Yeah, Groot faded.
Yeah, for Iron Man, it'd be crazy. Like if he lost Pepper Potts, and he always wanted a son, so he brings like it'd be like
Yeah.
him having a son, and if he had some nice words with him, like you're the son I always wanted. Go be. All
Well,
you
he's
can
clearly
do.
not getting married.
And I think that would fucking destroy me at the end. If it was, so basically they got rid of all the old school people. They're paying a lot of money,
Yeah.
but they sacrifice themselves. Like, I think that would be the coolest ending.
That would be cool. I don't think it's gonna go down that way either.
And that would be cool for Thanos because he loved Gamora. If he would actually
That was a
kill
cool
himself.
scene that showed that he actually cared. Like she didn't think he actually loved anybody.
Yeah, he's crying. She's
Yeah.
like, "Ha, you idiot!"
And
Not
he's
for
like,
you,
yeah,
man.
that was good.
It was
When
not
he
for
was
him.
tearing apart Nebula, that was hard to look at.
Yeah, that
That's
was
cool.
rough. We actually got to not meet him, but we were a couple feet away from him, from the guy that played Red Skull in this one. And he did an impersonation of Christopher Walken that was
did.
like spot on. So I wonder if he's just good with
Voices.
impersonations. He's good on the show. I mean, I like him on there.
That's 2 Walking Dead cast members in this movie.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Denai Guerra.
Black Panther fading away. That was fun.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Great.
she was not having that.
And Groot.
Groot was tough.
I don't think Groot will come back.
You don't think he's gonna come back?
If Gamora and Star Lord, I don't know. It'd be
Well, I'm leaning towards the thing that I don't think any of the disintegrated people are gone. I think they'll find a way to
Alternate
bring
reality?
all of them back.
So the girl sitting next to us in the theater said, "What if it's 2 groups trying to get back together? Like they're in another dimension or another reality or a realm, and so they're trying to come back together. That could be the point of the second one. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know.
Yeah,
how-
none of us do.
Well,
We don't even
Captain
know the
Marvel
title of
is
the next
coming
one.
back, so
Yeah.
to save the day.
Oh, so do we want to get into that?
I mean, we can. Yeah, I like that they
It's obviously-
faded away as Nick Fury was saying, "motherfucker."
Yes,
That was pretty good.
that was good.
You think Captain Marvel is gonna have pop in and be like, "Oh shit, I missed the whole thing."
Well, her movie comes out 2 or 3 months before the next Avengers movie.
That's a prequel.
Yeah, and
So-
it takes place
So
in
we
the '90s.
Figure out who she is and what's going on. With
So
that.
I wonder what's gonna happen at the end of her movie that's gonna keep her on ice for 20 years. Is she gone in a galaxy far away? Or
That's
is
we're
she-
saying we don't.
Well, she's got some crazy pager that she can get a hold of. You know,
We don't know
That's
how
true.
she ages. We don't know anything
Anything.
about her.
She,
Well, that just means she's probably hasn't been around since the 90s because she has a pager.
she might have left on bad terms if it's like if they keep talking. This is before Nick Fury lost his eye. What if she's the one who fucking
Took
Took
it?
it?
yanked it out of him?
This is also this was Nick Fury's first experience with any sort of superpowered people.
What did he say about losing an eye? The last time I trusted somebody, this happened.
Yeah,
So I wonder if that'll be some
Well,
sort of tie-in.
I'm no expert in the Marvel's comics or cinematic. I read a lot of comics, but I'm not as well versed as most. But to my understanding, Captain Marvel is more powerful than anybody else that we saw fight on the good side, minus maybe Thor.
That's what they said. Who's the
That's
one of the Russo guys said that. Like she's
name's-
she's by far the strongest person.
Carol Danvers, right?
Yes.
So she was in the New Avengers when that was going on.
Okay,
Her and so the only one strong on her was like Sentry. I think.
Sentry.
But he's not even in anything.
Sentry's
so.
not going to be in anything, and he's like he's a little strange because he's got his little flip side
Yeah.
where he's fucking just tearing people apart.
Yeah,
and
he could be
bad.
a little crazy.
Yeah, he's. I've read lists of who's more powerful than who, and it's always subjective, and you don't know. But it seems
Yeah.
like
Because Hulk is usually on the top of a lot of those lists, but in this Marvel Cinematic Universe, he couldn't rank that high if he got beat by.
I think
Thor
when
and
it
Thanos.
comes to physical strength, nobody can be stronger than Hulk because he doesn't have a limit. Like Thanos is as strong as he's going to be, whereas the Hulk gets stronger with the angrier he gets. Does that make sense?
Yeah, is that his weakness if he's afraid? He's not
Maybe.
angry?
Well, he got, but like when
he's telling him, "No, I'm not
in-
coming out."
in World War
Yeah.
Hulk when they killed his whole family. I mean,
He goes in rage.
He gets so angry that he's just fucking laying waste to everybody. He took. I mean, I love that scene of him just dragging Black Bolt
Yeah.
unconscious behind him. when the Illuminati sent him off to
Planet Hulk, whatever
Whatever
it's
it's-
called. Yeah, I know.
For a second, when they went to Gamora's past, I was like, are they going to show... Did Hulk have a son or daughter? Because there's the Son of Hulk series. I don't know if it's Scar or whatever his name was. I was like, are they going to have a... And then I was like, no, I guess...
It's too
Green
much.
people.
Yeah. That was cool. I like... It made me think of Shaq. Have you ever seen the picture of Shaq holding a soda can?
Just because his whole hand takes it over.
Yeah, I'm going to look it up real quick.
So that's like when Andre the Giant would hold beer.
Yeah.
So you think about the Cosmic Cube? That's the first time I noticed how big, what's his name's hand is.
Thanos. Well,
When
when
he
he
crushes it?
had the blade, or when he had the I
little
think you're
switchblade?
hungry.
Oh, yeah.
There was that too. It was like you look in his hand, and it's like, holy
Teeny
crap!
tiny.
Yeah.
Why do you think they didn't have Hulk in the movie, really? Do you think it was just...
Well, you scared
But, like, why do that?
For the sequel.
Right.
to build it up.
When
Because I already said
That's-
something to Robert yesterday that would be reason why he would get so freaking angry.
That's a good inner turmoil. He's
What
never
reason
had
is
that.
Black Widow dying
Oh.
and him having to watch that.
Yeah, that would do it. It's like a mini can.
He was always so afraid of becoming the Hulk, and now
He
afraid
needed
Needs
him.
it.
he can't become the Hulk. It's a nice twist.
I like their conversation. What do you mean no?
Yeah, those are no. What didn't you like about the movie? Because there's a lot to like. I mean, like I said, them not getting to spend enough time with some of these reunions, but that's
I really
not
thought
really.
a core character was gonna die.
Like a core Avenger.
Yeah.
I did
kinda
too, but I think Gamora is a main enough character.
Is she dead?
I don't know. Like we were saying, there's the Soul Stone and stuff, but I don't think that. I thought Captain America was going to die in this one, but I definitely think he's dying before the Avengers movies are over. So I mean, are these
I was
two?
expecting a core character to die in this film.
I
I
apologize
can see why.
that
No,
the
it's
Russo
so-
brothers
it's
didn't
so
kill
disappointing.
it.
No, obviously it's not that disappointing, but that's what I thought.
Technically, when they killed off, in theory, about like 24 named characters in just one
Well,
poof.
poor Bucky. He's been on ice. I don't know how many times.
He gets to
Barely
come
gets.
back.
Yeah, he's like lugging around his one arm, and he's throwing things around, and he finally gets an arm back, and then he's got to go. Like that
Yep.
sucks.
Shitty.
I do have a question for you from somebody asked us on Twitter, and it says, "How do you feel about all the deaths to new characters in spite of us knowing they have future films and therefore have to be back?" I think we kind of answered that.
So, would you rather not find out what movies they're making ahead of time?
I don't think they can do that. Like, I mean,
Everything goes
I guess
into
they just don't announce
pre-production.
anything.
Would it just be Untitled Movie number 1, Untitled Movie number 2?
that's how it is for a little while.
I think that's just being naive.
Yeah.
Like, just come on, understand. Like you said in the podcast last week, like, they're gonna make money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes,
They're not going to give up
have.
on making money.
But now I don't know vague-wise if Ant-Man's actually sent before or after this catastrophe, because New York is still there, just half the people are gone.
Yeah, but his doesn't take place in New York. His
Right,
takes place
he's on
in
the
San
West
Francisco.
Okay, San Francisco, sorry. The same thing.
It'd be cool if it had an effect on the movie, but
Yeah.
it could have happened before this movie. We don't know the timeline on that.
But it would be a cool-ass tie-in if they've kept it secret this whole time.
See, what I
Yeah.
think's going to happen is that Ant-Man and Wasp movie is going to be after Avengers 2 up to Infinity War, and then they're going to go off at the end of when everything happens.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think the end of that movie is going to be right when this movie started? Or do you think it's going to overlap?
It's going to overlap, I think, at the end.
Because that would be some cool shit, too. Anything that has to do with this movie,
Yeah, because it has such a big effect on everything.
yeah. It'll be kind of mediocre to go into a movie, and it's just like, okay, well, forget all that shit. Here's a little story that happened.
Well, it could be like someone just showing up and he'd say, "You got to go," and he's like, "What do you mean you got to go? Like people are missing. You got to go."
Well, and it would make sense because if this one takes place before Infinity Wars and up into it, and then Captain Marvel is a prequel, then you have nothing in between Avengers 3 and 4,
Yeah.
which we still don't know the title to. They said it. They said Kevin Feige,
Feige.
Fiage,
Kevin
F.
Mr.
Mr. F.
Mr. F.
Mr. Kevin.
That's what he called.
They said they kept the movie. They didn't want any spoilers going into this movie, so they kept the name of the fourth one a secret. And he said at this point it's such a big story now that the name's not out for it yet that nothing the name is going to be is going to live up to the expectations of what people are going to want.
It's going to be called Resurrecting the Smoked People.
Smoked people.
Why don't they just call it Infinity War Part 2?
Because it's not a two-part movie anymore. They are their own
The
individual
Infinity War is
movies.
over, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, the war's done. People died.
Yeah, he won.
They moved on.
Now he's resting.
That's
Yeah.
Revenge of the Marvel
Did you like the bubbles
characters.
coming out of the gun?
Oh,
and
that was
when
good.
he cut Drax into pieces and
Mantis, like...
People were saying a Star-Lord who ruined everything by not killing Gamora when he had a chance, and then by hitting Thanos. I said,
Well, he tried to kill her.
I said that, yeah, there's no way in hell.
He was in
Like,
love
Thanos
with
knew
her.
they were there from the get-go. That at any point in time, whether he hesitated or not, that Gamora was going to be shot by him. Because of bubbles.
at least she knows he was going to do it.
Yeah. Agreed. He was... one tear running down his face and every...
Uh-huh.
I want to see the next one.
Just show it to me now.
Gotta wait a year.
Well, did anybody have complaints?
I think them, like...
No.
I
No.
didn't think it was going to happen. Him snapping his fingers in half the universe.
Yeah.
I did not think the villain's main plan was going to happen in
Why?
part
Because they always talk about it and it never happens.
in part one. Yeah, because they're a company. They want to make money. They want to make movies.
Yeah.
So the villain succeeding and wiping out like half of the known characters. I went outside and we started pointing. Like the poster has all like 40 actors. Dead.
Well,
To be honest, I would have been okay with him snapping his finger and the light coming up and that being the end of the movie. Not that I didn't like anything after that, but for a second I thought that was going to be the end. Because I heard there was controversy of the end of the movie, and obviously it was that half the fucking universe died.
Yeah.
But
They
that would
did-
have been...
It's funny because they did more than half. Only like a handful. I mean, outside the original Avengers was like 3.
Well, I mean, it's half of the world. It's half of everything. you
Yeah.
know.
because it's
But I
the
think the
regular
Aven-
people too.
Yeah.
The Avengers got shafted. Or
When that
Yeah,
when that SUV swerved in front of Nick Fury and Maria Hill at the end, I was like, and there was nobody in it, I was like, who was it? In my mind, I wasn't thinking that they disintegrated for a
yeah, they
second.
see the helicopter. You're like,
And then
oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
okay.
And then Maria Hill.
Yeah.
Oh, you're like, no.
I like Colby
I called
Smulders.
that ending.
Did you?
Colby Smulders?
No, with Fury getting in contact with Captain Marvel.
Did you?
I did.
Last week? Mm-hmm. Is it recorded?
I don't know. But we talked about it.
Yeah, if it was not on record, it doesn't count.
No, she didn't.
She did?
I was listening to it today.
Did
Okay, nice.
Besides Captain Iron Man, did everybody we said was going to die, technically?
I said Loki.
I suggested Hulk.
I like that
He
Loki
didn't.
went out trying to...
Fuck, I think I said Nebula. Damn it.
Wrong sister?
I don't think Gamora was on any of our radars.
No, not at all.
Fucking Star-Lord, no?
No, I think she was mentioned.
Well, they've already announced the
No,
Guardians
you said
3.
Gamora would go and Nebula would take her place.
Did he say
Yeah.
Gamora would go and I said Nebula
No,
would take
you
her
said
place?
all of it.
Oh,
I think.
because I remember seeing something about Nebula as
We'll
well.
have to listen.
That's, I mean, you can always go back. We have an extensive
We're
library.
going to sound like fools.
I don't know. I hit on my first one with Loki, so
You did.
I don't feel too bad.
I didn't hit on anything.
I would be okay with Gamora staying dead and Nebula taking her place and then you have to deal with this brooding Peter Quill for Guardians 3 because he's so
Sad.
distraught that he couldn't save her. I think that would make for a good beginning of the movie. Have you seen Nebula doing the Nebula Shuffle?
No.
No.
I think it was at the end of in the end credits of Guardians 2. It
They all
has some of
dance
them
around,
like dancing, and it's her doing like a.
The Grandmaster
shimmy?
is in that.
Oh man. Okay, I want to see if I can find this tweet real quick because I was fucking busted up about it.
Uh-oh.
You guys.
Well, you're leading in that you need to read something.
Yeah.
We're on the edge of our seat. What do you have to
I
read?
had to kill my sister. I know how families go. I had to kill my sister.
It says, Jonathan Hickman tweeted, he said, there's an all-encompassing Infinity War theory thread on my favorite football message board, and I just got told to fuck off because I didn't know what I was talking about. To the guy that has written Avengers comics.
Okay. I was like, who's that?
Yeah. He's a comic book writer who has written for the Avengers before.
That's funny.
Yeah. That's like, have you ever seen, like, Twitter, the worst shit happens, and people are like, you don't know anything about, I saw this one, you don't know anything about immigration law, and the person's like, bitch, I'm an immigration lawyer, fuck you.
Yeah. I like hearing those.
Yeah.
Twitter justice is
good.
wonderful.
And swift. Man,
Who was Thor talking to? He said, I had to kill my brother, my sister, or my father. My father's dead. My
It
brother's
was-
dead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because
he's
they
like,
were comparing
my
notes.
mother died, and my father killed my mother, and then I had to kill my father.
And at least I didn't lose
Which
an
was
eye
much
doing
harder than killing your sister, so...
it. I hate to have both eyes.
I liked it when he's on the table. He's like, you were a dude. This is a man.
Yeah. His muscles feel like they're... Oh, it was like, what? He's a pirate angel.
Yeah. I'm gonna follow the pirate.
I like when you see the little bit of humanity in Rocket too, when he's like, I have a lot to lose. Like he had those moments in Guardians 2 where he was like sad and stuff before, but
Did you like how Groot's arm was
The
the handle
Yeah,
to
that
the
was
axe,
good.
yeah, to Stormbreaker,
Stormbreaker?
Yeah, that axe was wrecking shit.
yeah, that was cool. Like it just flies out. It was a good movie.
Cool having a cool axe.
Did you guys like this or Black Panther better? They're two different movies, but the two most recent.
I like this one more.
Where was Nakia?
Yeah, she wasn't in it at all.
No,
They dropped some characters, so
Wait, who?
the third girl
the
in Black
third
Panther.
girl. From
His
Black
love
Panther.
interest.
The spy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I noticed
So
that
she's
too.
somewhere.
But I don't. They didn't include every single person. Valkyrie wasn't there, and
I hope she's not gone, but like I
Me
said, I
too.
don't think she's gone because
Captain America's girlfriend. They didn't show her.
yeah.
There's a couple handfuls.
Do you think they would be bold enough to? Because in the comics, there's a female Thor. Would they make Valkyrie Thor if they did like a?
That would be.
like
I'd be
a
okay
new
with that.
Avengers?
I'd be okay with that. Not permanently, but I think she would. Seeing her,
If 2 of the 5 or 6 Avengers, whoever's in the first one, had to live and continue on with the rest of the team, who would you want to be the 2 vets?
well, I don't think Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. are long for this.
Well, say it wasn't about contracts. It was about
Who would I want to stay? We're saying out of
the characters and what they
we're
can
saying
do.
out of Thor, Captain America, Tony Stark, Black Widow's
Black
gone
Widow.
for me.
Yeah.
Black Widow.
I would just get rid of Black Widow
Hawkeye.
and Hawkeye. I want all the supers still. Well, I guess.
You get to keep 2.
Oh, you only get to keep 2.
Yeah.
I keep Robert Downey Jr. and Tony Stark because he's a seed stealer. He's great. He's great. And
Has he been one of the best cast in any superhero movie?
yeah, and they didn't want to cast him because he was still coming off of like his
Yeah, his
prison
crazy
time and
days.
drug addiction, and
I would keep Hulk and Captain.
you can keep Captain. Of course, you keep Captain.
Yeah,
See, but I think I like Ruffalo as Bruce Banner and the Hulk
me too.
and stuff.
I think
but
I'd keep Thor.
You would keep Thor?
I think I
Yeah.
I think I'd keep
Hulk and Thor then. Fuck. I forgot about Thor.
Works.
I think I'd keep Thor and Iron Man.
I don't even like the Hulk. I love you. I like you, Bruce.
Not to mention, I mean, Tony Stark single-handedly funds whatever the Avengers want to do.
Yeah.
I
Can't
think,
lose
I
that.
think you need a celestial body, so I don't think you can get rid of Thor.
Yeah, it's mine's Thor and Iron Man.
Iron Man, I think he's kind of reached the apex of like what his suit can do. So,
And
I don't know.
and he
He
almost
doesn't have
took-
any Wakanda tech.
Yeah, that's true.
what can a suit do more that it didn't do in this movie? Be silent footsteps?
not get busted off of him.
Yeah, I mean, if he can make liquid vibranium with nanotech, and then he could take whatever punches because
And it'd be deflected back on the person.
And then all the movies end with him just fucking destroying the threat in the first
Yeah.
second.
well, I mean, he held his own against Thanos
Yeah,
there
he
for a
did.
minute
Yeah.
with all that new stuff. I really liked that, all that new tech. That was
Yeah,
badass.
he had
fun.
big hammer arms and that big rocket.
Yeah,
at the
'cause it
beginning.
could-
Or did those
Mold-
things come up
or his
behind him
shield.
against? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
I do like. Yeah, you were saying how he plants his foot in, like it like holds him down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really good. That was really good.
It was a good movie.
Can we talk about?
I would put this well above Black Panther, to be honest.
I don't know if I put it well above it.
Well, I think that Black Panther was its own story, where this was tons of stories coming together, and they pulled it
I
off.
know it's only the first time we watch it, but in the hierarchy of Marvel films, like top 1, 2, 3, does this break it for you guys?
Yeah,
It's hard for me to say no because it's all of their stories in one.
I agree.
this is like the quintessential superhero movie.
Yeah.
It's everything.
It might not be a better story than Black Panther. Like Black Panther was
a great
a
story.
great story, where this was a better spectacle movie. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
like you were saying,
Grand
it's from
scale.
beginning to end, you were on your seat. That's what I want in a
Yeah.
movie like this.
But I mean, it was also just battle after battle after battle. The only story in the movie was Thanos.
Which was
Which is
fun.
what
Which
it
is
should
yes,
be.
and I agree. But I'm just saying, as a story, I'd say
Right.
Black Panther is the better story. This is the
arc
more
and
fun
progression,
movie.
character
Yes,
development.
exactly.
Right.
Where this was, you didn't have any progression of any character other than Thanos because everybody was there just to fight him.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
But still, in my hierarchy, I know you can't, it's too early to say, but it would be up there, top 3. It's between Avengers, Guardians.
You almost have to put it as number 1 just because it had everybody in it. I'm not saying you in general. I'm saying
No.
just
So that's
everybody.
why I think you can suspend the Avenger movies from the actual storylines of the other characters.
Like if you were taking solo movies that weren't about everybody and you just took the 3 Avenger movies out of there, yeah, I'd put Black Panther and Guardians of the Galaxy up there as, not, I don't know in what order, that those two, and probably
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok was
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man was
Homecoming.
good.
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier was
These
good.
are all
Civil
like
War
in the
was good.
90s, so you just have to pick and choose. It's hard.
It's tough.
It's hard. It's really hard.
Marvel has done a great job.
Because they up the ante and they pay off.
Yeah.
They don't let you down.
At some point, they are though. I mean, with as
It's a
good as
matter of
this one
time.
is, if the second one doesn't live up,
When Feige's gone,
yeah.
it'll probably...
Well, the second one's it has to slow down, right?
It's going to start with them picking up the dust of everybody who's there.
The dust is gone.
Does it start right when this one ends?
Yeah. It's
Who
going
knows?
to start with fucking Hawkeye coming back and be
Well,
like...
fucking
"There
Iron
go
Man's
my
got to get
wife
off
and
that
kids.
damn planet.
They turned to dust."
You're right.
Yeah.
He
I
is
thought
on
I
the
could hide
planet.
from this.
If half of his family disappeared, then yeah.
So if
he's
they
gonna
don't
be
have
back.
Doctor Strange there to do
What
his
if
little
Ant-Man
time
and
loop
Wasp
thing?
ended...
He's stuck.
Like the end of the movie, right about to be end credits, and then one of them turns to dust. And they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that'd be good.
That'd be good. Or Hank Pym goes away.
Wait, say that one more time.
At the end of Ant-Man, if it has no correlation to this movie.
And like
but
Wasp turns to
right,
dust.
right before like the end credits roll, one of them just turns to dust.
And no one knows what's going on.
Why not? And that would work.
Fuck.
Maybe that's how Hank dies.
But see, I think that's the thing. Like what me and Ryan were just saying, you're going to have to figure out how Iron Man gets back to Earth, because if Doctor Strange went dusty, who's portaling him back?
It's just Iron Man and
Maybe
Nebula.
Thor?
Nebula.
Does
In my
he'll
theory,
have his
Wang would sacrifice himself for Doctor Strange.
The thing
so
is,
he can
is
make a movie.
Wong.
Wang?
wand?
Nebula got there. Wasn't she there on the planet? On Titan?
Yes.
Nebula?
Yeah.
Well, she broke out.
Yeah, and she was at...
She was on Titan.
So someone
Yeah,
has
that's
a
what I'm
ship?
saying.
Yeah.
She got there. She didn't come there with anybody else.
And she was already
And the
there.
Guardians got there on a ship.
Well,
I'm
we don't see how Nebula got there in the first place.
Well,
when
that's
she
what I'm
was
saying.
hanging.
She has to have gotten there some way,
She
so
did.
they have a way to get off.
Gotcha.
Yeah, she had to take one of Thanos' escape pods.
So I wonder if they're going to Earth or they're going somewhere else.
For Captain Marvel, is she just going to be a stronger person, or is there going to be something special with her? Like, I'm just trying to figure out what her addition's going to be, or speculate.
I don't know what the MCU
Is
is
she
going to do.
celestial like Thor is?
I like that term, celestial.
Well,
I thought it was going to come into play
Thanos
for,
killed a god.
for,
So.
for Quill a little bit. Did he lose all celestial abilities
When he killed his dad, yeah.
So do his genes, like, would he still be able to hold an Infinity Stone?
I don't know.
Because he
I
still
don't
has
think
the
so.
celestial genes.
Does he?
Well, I mean, genes are genes. They're in
Because
the DNA.
he, whatever power he had, didn't he kill when his dad died?
I think whatever power he had of creation, well, whether specifically creation or not, but it
Well-
did say, like, when I'm gone, you'll have nothing, Peter.
We also don't know what that gauntlet does. Does it allow anybody to wield those stones?
The gauntlet was destroyed?
It got, like, toasty. It
I
got all
thought it
singed.
looked all crumbly.
I don't think he can snap his fingers again. He may not even be able to do
One time
anything with it.
One time.
But he still has all the stones.
I didn't
This
think he
says
was gonna use all the stones.
Carol Danvers initially possessed superhuman strength, endurance, stamina, flight, physical durability, and limited precognitive seventh sense and perfect.
Good job on that seventh sense.
Amalgamated. That's how you say it, right? Haha.
Half the world disintegrates. And
Human Cree physiology that rendered her resistant to most toxins and poisons.
So she's
As
super-
binary, the character could tap the energy of a white hole, allowing full control and manipulation of stellar energies, and therefore control over heat, the electromagnetic spectrum, and gravity, light speed travel, and the ability to survive in the vacuum of space.
So
that's what she must be if she was
Yeah.
oblivious to this. She needs a radio signal to tell her that half the
That
universe
was a
just...
souped up pager, man.
She can fly 6 times the speed of sound.
Wow.
Not light.
Speed of sound is what, like 700, 800
I
miles an
don't
hour?
fucking know.
I don't know if it's even that fast.
Is it like...
What is
Well,
the
planes
speed
go,
of
what, 400?
sound?
Yeah, but they break the sound barrier.
Planes don't, but jets can.
Military planes do. I hear it all the time.
Well, I was about to look it up anyway.
What am I looking at?
I'll look it up. You
Speed
can
of
say it.
sound,
No, I'm already lost.
not the Coldplay song.
He's somewhere else.
I'm watching Thor and I'm watching Thor and
We have
Captain
a
Marvel
podcast.
fight Thanos. Yeah, I need to stop.
Yeah, don't destroy it.
Destroy what?
343 meters per second. That doesn't make it.
I know what that means.
Meters.
767 miles an hour.
So she
So
flies
she dri-
4 times that?
So you
Six
said six
times.
times, so 4,200 miles an hour. That's fast.
That's
Yeah.
fast. Yeah. If you're a new listener, I apologize for the non-comedic episode because
Well, this is kind of a downer.
yeah, we're a
Situation.
little down because
I was
It was a heavy movie.
yeah,
did
it
your
was.
kids walk out of there just like all depressed as shit?
Oliver didn't care.
Yeah, he could have cared less. He didn't want to be there.
Okay, because
It's like, let's go home.
I was trying to tell people like
He couldn't care.
he could have.
You should. Whoever you can't see this, but you should have just seen the look that Katrina gave Robert.
That doesn't bother anybody else when somebody says that.
It does, but I don't know if I would actively correct my wife. Like, just be like, let her do it.
Then obviously you don't have a good relationship with your wife.
I don't have a wife.
Well, there you go.
That's a whole nother problem.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop.
He doesn't like that either.
What?
That's not a word. A whole nother.
It ain't a word?
No,
Isn't.
it ain't.
Jeez.
Especially
Yeah.
espresso.
I'll have to see the footage.
Yeah, I need to see this movie again. I need to see it in IMAX.
I want to see an IMAX
I
3D.
might
Well,
see
if you
it
have Movie
tonight.
Pass, you can't see it again.
So when you
If I
walked out,
what?
what you said?
No. I was watching the credits, but I had to put on my dad hat and put on the big boy pants and make sure Parker was okay. So no, I wasn't.
I was trying to tell BB like, you understand, this is like 10 years of watching all these movies.
Yeah.
And when all these characters just disappear like a second, it's like, these fuckers are...
She's
tearing
watched
up
all
my-
these movies recently, but we've invested 10
That's
years
why
of time.
I said, yeah. Tearing out my heartstrings.
10 years.
Yes, they could have done worse. They could have showed Pepper Potts floating away and
Yeah.
20 others that weren't on screen at the time.
The stakes were high. They were.
You need to wait a whole another year.
Would that solve all the problems in the world?
What?
If half the people disappeared like Rapture,
I mean, it would solve problems like limited energy, food, clean water, and stuff like that.
would every single freeway and every single car like would be just accidents everywhere? How many people extra die after that half?
Well, maybe you just get rid of a third, and then
It would equal out.
yeah.
Because literally everybody who was flying a plane who disintegrated, so half the planes in the air
Well, nobody wanted his first plan, so this is what it led to.
on Titan. He didn't give everybody else a chance.
Because that would really work out here.
Yeah, it was crazy how he killed half the population on Gamora's planet. It just got
He had
shot
to
down.
do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah,
So the Infinity Stones were just an acceleration of this plan.
it's a cool gauntlet.
Yeah. How come he killed all the dwarfs? Except one.
In case he needed anything else made.
It
Right.
should have been 50-50. That fucker ain't fair.
Well, that's why he made the gauntlet. He thought he was going to leave them all alone. And he didn't.
Yeah, but Thanos should have only killed 50. It goes against his beliefs because
What was that terrible line in Destiny that Peter Dinklage did? Something about a wizard.
that wizard's on the moon. Or that wizard's on the moon or something.
That completely got redubbed
yeah.
Yeah.
by Nolan North, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do I
He didn't want
wanna
them to make
drive
anything for
to
anybody
Myrmidon?
else.
So he left one alive.
If I didn't have to work tomorrow,
Well, he
I'd go
couldn't
with
use
you.
his hands.
Yeah. There's one at 11.
Good idea. You fucked that shit
Don't
up.
do that.
It's only like an hour and a half. That's not that bad. I don't
What?
work.
What's going on?
The movie?
No, it only starts in an hour and a half, and I don't work tomorrow.
Yeah, but you're too old for that shit.
I have nothing to do. I spent down.
What are you gonna do? No
I
girlfriend.
just played God of War for like 12 hours straight.
We're
I
talking
can-
about somebody
I
who
can
doesn't have
attest
kids.
to that.
Yeah.
All I hear is screaming.
From the third floor?
Yeah.
Nice.
You tell me you're screaming.
Oh, you're playing on the second floor, huh?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I screamed loud.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
What was really loud? Why?
He wanted you to hear, that's why.
No, I just. Yeah.
Keep that shit down, motherfucker.
Closing comments. You guys have anything left? We're not going to give the movie a grade. I think you could tell that we all enjoyed it and we're all a little down because
It's a B minus.
Waiting a year is fucked up shit.
it's better than waiting 3.
Yep.
I know. It still
And you
sucks.
have things in between, too.
I know. It's funny. We watched a trailer for Solo.
Mary Poppins.
I'm like, I'm so not excited for Solo compared to fucking Infinity War.
I'm excited for Deadpool.
Yes.
Are we all going to... Are we going to see it like we did last time, or are you allowed to get out with the guys for another movie?
I don't know. We'll see.
If not, we can still go.
Yes.
But I showed her Deadpool 2 nights ago, so she's seen it.
Yeah.
So
Um,
she wants to watch it.
She can go with me and Brittany.
Ugh.
yeah, Mary Poppins is coming out this year. Oh, we saw A Quiet Place.
Was it good?
Yes.
Quiet?
Yeah.
Very.
To the point where we were at the lot, which is like a fancy theater, and you could hear the leather squeaking against leather when somebody used their reclining chair.
Or forks against plates when people are eating.
Better than Infinity War.
Well, I mean, this you can't really compare one movie that's out right now to a movie that's been building up for 10 years.
Well, I want you to.
Huh?
I
A
want
Quiet
you
Place was
to.
better.
You heard it. That's the title of the episode.
It was. I was saying I saw that it was almost a Cloverfield movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was good, man.
I never
was
watched
really
the
good.
Cloverfield Paradox.
I haven't yet either. I'm
So-
going to. It's on my list of things to watch. She watched Lost Boys for the first time last
I
night.
did.
The movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to watch something that was made in the 80s for the first time because that is like a super, super 80s movie.
Yeah. Did
Have you ever seen it, Brian?
Do you see why people like it as much as they do? Did you get any of that, or is it all like?
It's hard because it's.
I can see why
straight
people liked
80s.
it.
It is so like 80s, but
Very 80s.
The music in it and just everything. The greased up.
it's been so
muscle
long
guy.
since I've watched it. I mostly just remember the end.
Oh, I watched the movie. I'd say between 8 and 10 times.
As a kid, I always remember not liking the part with the older brother and his girlfriend, or like his whole vampire initiation. I liked all the parts with
Do me a
the
favor.
younger brother.
Watch it again. It's on Netflix. Watch it again with BB and see what she thinks of it.
She probably hate it.
Probably. Do it for me.
You gonna watch Monster Squad now? Is that the tit for tat?
I'm gonna bring it over.
I don't want to watch it.
She watched Neverending Story and this movie.
Yeah, but she's never seen Monster Squad, so it's not a trade-off. We trade movies.
That's a trade-off.
That happens.
He
Fine, then, so what you're saying is Brian has to watch a movie.
That's fine.
Okay. All right, then just... I don't know.
What's in the 80s that you never saw of it?
A lot. I don't know.
You like that in the Deadpool trailer he calls Cable One-Eyed Willie?
Did he?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanos too, doesn't he?
What?
I think he calls him Thanos too.
That's
No,
fine.
in the trailer he says,
Pump the hate or something.
pump the hate brakes, Thanos. No, but he's right. He's face to face with him, and he says, "Cool it, One-Eyed Willie," and I'm like, he was in Goonies. That's funny.
Did you see the comparison shot where he cuts the bullet in half between Wolverine and that?
Yeah, and then he gets shot a bunch of
Looking at
times. Yeah, that's gonna be a good movie. I said closing comments like 6 times.
No complaints really.
Jurassic World trailer.
Yeah,
It looks better now.
I think it looks better with.
If it did give, like, I had to watch it. I'm sitting there watching it in 3D. It looked like it gave away first, second, third act.
It makes me actually want to go see it now.
Like, I thought the whole movie was going to take place on the island.
So did I,
And, now
and
they're
I didn't want to see it at all because I'm like, okay,
was boring.
that's
You're,
stupid.
you're going to see it anyway.
No,
So
I'm not gonna see it in theaters.
You're not?
No, why? How? I'm not gonna find a sitter for that movie, and it's too.
We have to podcast about it. It's a big movie.
You haven't even seen the last one.
What?
You saw
We'll watch it when we go.
the rest. You watched Jurassic World
Yes.
in theaters?
I think we talked about it on here.
We didn't. You didn't see it in theaters.
we saw it in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Did we not talk about it on
No.
here?
No.
Oh.
Pretty sure this was before we even had the podcast.
Okay, maybe. But it was like top 5 in the grossing movie, was it?
Yeah, it's huge.
How do you not... I told people, like, we have to watch it.
I don't know if I'm getting a sitter for that.
God damn it.
Like I say, it costs. If I want to go see a movie with Katrina and we're gonna get sitters, it's $100 before I even leave.
Are you doing that with Solo and
No.
We
well,
take the
Solo,
boys.
we're going to take them.
Deadpool?
We're gonna see it
splitting up.
separate.
That's why I offered
That's
to
why I
take
said it.
BB, and you guys can go by yourself.
So Jurassic Park, it's split up.
We could.
Oh, the kids love it.
No, it's
No,
too.
I'm not taking the kids to that. No
Parker
way.
gets scared easy too. So and there's that scene where the kid's in bed and you see the claw
Yeah, no,
coming out.
I don't
That's-
need
That's how
that.
you get night terrors.
That was for that, and jumping through the mouth of the T-Rex in the...
That was cool.
I was like... And in 3D, it kind of was like, oh, shit.
I did like the in the trailer where he's like, if something happens to me, just remember
You brought me here.
You brought me
I'm
here.
just kidding. I'm going to be fine.
There's something about watching a T-Rex in that roar. Just,
Yeah.
it just gets you.
It brings
Just
you back.
like, fuck, man.
Brings you back.
It's yeah. I don't get tired of that.
Yeah. And I was kind of funny. They show the Asian doctor who's in...
Yeah, the one
Yeah.
that's like an Asian Val Kilmer.
Is,
He
But-
talks a lot like Val Kilmer.
BD Wong.
Law
what
and
I'm
Order
saying?
SVU.
I see a couple things, like theories back when the old movie came out that he's like a villain. And he's actually orchestrating it, obviously, for the first one. But they show him for like a split second, and he looked kind of menacing. And they talk about genetically engineering more dinosaurs again. You know,
Didn't he want the embryos in Jurassic World? The first one?
he was the one like, oh look, we're hatching an egg.
Yeah. Not the first
But-
Jurassic Park, but in Jurassic World, he was in it, and he wanted.
I thought he was working there.
He was, but he
Yeah.
didn't. He was talking to D'Onofrio's character.
Okay, right. I watched it one time. It's been a little while.
We watched the first episode of Jessica Jones and it sucked.
Ugh.
It was awful.
It was hard to watch.
I'm gonna be on the last episode of The Punisher. I don't know if the death that you were crazy for was right before it. He gouged out some eyes.
No.
Okay, it's coming up.
Yeah.
I would say the eye gouging shit like they won't show like nudity in the movie, but they'll fucking show fucking
Brutal
eyes going
violence,
through
yeah.
heads.
How do you like his sidekick with the hair? The like.
I have no problem with the guy.
I like that guy.
I like him a lot.
Yeah.
The first few episodes he was in, I
Their
was like,
chemistry that develops between the two of them is really good.
ooh. Yeah. I'm just glad he killed the CIA dickwad, the bald guy.
Yeah, yeah. It's been a little while since we watched
So I
it.
like his friend, which I'm guessing is coming, whatever the last episode. But the bald guy was just being a dickwad the whole time.
What are you going to do when you guys move in together and you don't have any time to watch what you want to watch? Because she's watching The Punisher with you, right?
I'll put it on when she's asleep. She'll have to go to bed before me.
She's gonna, you live together. She's going to be like, well, you're going to bed when I go to bed now.
Yeah, right. Then I wake up when she
Just
wakes
watch.
up.
You're going to end up hanging out with Anthony a lot more. If you move in.
Yeah.
Katrina, closing thoughts?
I liked it.
Okay, good. So everybody liked it.
Yes.
With that said,
I'm glad it surprised me.
yeah.
Is that the biggest like compliment that, despite us knowing everything we know about the industry and everything, that the movie can still fucking surprise us
Yeah,
and make us like
it was
fucking
good.
jaw drop.
Yeah.
We also didn't go looking for things either, and that helps.
I was expecting this to be good, but it did. It really... It delivered. I'm expecting nothing out of Solo, so I hope it delivers.
Aww.
Ditto. I fucking
But I didn't expect
Aw.
anything out of Ready Player One, and I liked it a lot.
I have more hope for that than I do Solo.
I thought I didn't have any hope for Ready Player One. I thought it was going to be terrible. I thought there was no way it was going to translate, and then it was going to be garbage.
It was fun.
It was. Did you see Ready Player One?
Mm-hmm.
It was fun. So with that said, I want to give a heartfelt thank you to all of our new listeners. We actually have had a pretty decent uptick in downloads and listeners, and we do this because we enjoy doing it, but it's nice to know that you guys are out there listening. So thank you to all you guys that are listening. Head over to iTunes if you are enjoying it and write us a review. It does help us out, gets our name out there a little bit more. And that'll be on our Infinity Wars episode.
Yep.
Yeah?
For a year.
Make checks payable to cash to whatever address this is.
Well, we have a Patreon.
Yeah, we have a Patreon, but I don't like to push everything every time. So that'll be this week's episode. We're out.